Want to edit photos and images with the power of AI? In this Adobe sponsored video, I'll demonstrate how to use the AI photo editing features on Firefly, including the Generative Remove tool, Generative Fill, editing with text prompts, the Generative Expand feature, and even how to upscale and remove the backgrounds from images. These AI-powered features allow anyone to make professional photo edits in seconds, so let's head over to Firefly and test them out. To access Firefly and follow along, go ahead and click the link in the video description. So here's the Firefly homepage. To edit a photo, the first thing we need to do is access the image editing menu. To do this, make sure you're on the Create tab, then go down to the New Ways to Create section. From here, you should see an option that says Edit an Image. This should take us to a page where we can access all the AI photo editing tools, so let's click it to open it up. And here's where we can access all the AI tools we need to edit photos and images. To get started, you can either upload your own image or generate an image using a text prompt. I'm going to start by uploading my own image, so to do this, let's click the Your Device button in the center here. I can then find and open up the image that I want to edit. There we go. So to test out Firefly's editing features, I'm going to start with this image of a canoe in the middle of a mountain lake. There are tons of AI-powered editing tools on Firefly, but let's get started with how to edit images with text prompts. To edit images with text, we can simply use the prompt field at the bottom here. If you look at the top left of the text field, you can use the drop-down menu to select the AI model you want to use. Not only can we access the Firefly model, which is commercially safe, but also tons of other top partner models as well. For this example, I'm going to stick with the commercially safe Firefly image model. And it's already detected that the image I uploaded is a 16:9 widescreen, so the aspect ratio drop-down menu is grayed out. But if you look at the third drop-down menu, you can select to edit your image in 1K or 2K. And for the reference image at the bottom, it should be the image I uploaded. So now that I've selected my settings, let's see if we can edit my photo using text prompts. With the prompt to edit feature, we can easily make professional edits to our photos and images that weren't possible before, like changing backgrounds, adjusting colors, altering lighting, or even changing camera angles. So to test out the prompt to edit feature, let's see if I can change my scenery to a deep starry night with a bioluminescent glow. And once you enter your text prompt, go ahead and go down to the bottom right and click the Generate button. AI will then analyze your text prompt and start making the changes to your photo. And after about 30 seconds or so, my scene has been changed to a dark starry night with a bioluminescent glow. I think this worked great. As you can see, the scenery has been changed, but all of the objects remain exactly the same. But let's go back to my original photo by clicking the image at the bottom here, and let's try a different prompt to see if I can adjust my scene lighting. So let's remove my previous prompt and see if we can change my scene lighting to a bright morning with white clouds and sun rays. Also, I want it to look cinematic. And now that I've entered my text prompt, let's click the Generate button. And after a few moments, my scene has been updated. I now have a cinematic morning setting with white clouds and sun rays. I think this looks great. And keep in mind, you can switch between your various versions using the images at the bottom. So we've gone over how to edit images with text prompts. Now let's go over how to use the Generative Fill feature. With Generative Fill, we can easily fill in selected areas in our photo with whatever we like. So from the menu on the left-hand side here, let's go down to the second tab, which should be Generative Fill. When you click this, you'll notice the menu underneath your preview change to the Generative Fill tools. If we click the drop-down menu on the left, we can see that Firefly is currently the only model we can select from. And before we select the area we want to fill in on our image, we need to select our brush size. To do this, let's use the option on the right-hand side here. This will display a menu with two slider bars where we can adjust our brush size and our brush hardness. The size of your brush will depend on the size of the area that you want to fill. And for my image, I want to add some ducks to the sky. So let's brush over the area where I want the ducks flying. As you brush, the area will be highlighted. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to cover the entire area that you want your object to go. And once you're finished, you'll notice a prompt field appear at the bottom. From here, we can simply type in what we want to add to our highlighted area. For my prompt, I'm simply going to type in "add ducks flying in the distant sky." And now that I've highlighted the area and entered my text prompt, let's go down to the bottom right and click the Fill button. AI will then start working its magic, and after a few moments, my image now has ducks flying in the sky. As you can see, they're in the exact location that I selected, and they look super realistic like they were part of the original image. I think that turned out perfectly, but now let's see if we can add a bridge going over the water. I can simply highlight the area where I want the bridge to go, and for my prompt, let's see if we can add an ancient, moss-covered stone arch bridge. I can then click the Fill button at the bottom right, and let's see what the AI comes up with. And voila! My image now has a stone bridge going over the water. And if we take a closer look, we can see that the bridge is mossy, has an arc, and looks pretty old. So as you can see, with Generative Fill, you can easily add objects to your image and fill in any area that you want. So next, let's go back over to the menu on the left, and underneath the Generative Fill tool, you should see the Generative Remove feature. If we click this, we can use our brush to easily remove objects from our image. To test this out, I'm going to try to remove the boat from the lake. Just like with the Generative Fill tool, I can select my brush size using the toolbar underneath. And to remove the boat, I'm simply going to highlight it. Also, I want to make sure to highlight the reflection in the lake as well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to make sure the boat and the reflection are covered entirely. And once you've highlighted your area, go ahead and go down to the toolbar and click the Remove button. AI will then analyze the highlighted area and automatically remove the object. Not bad. As you can see, the boat has been removed almost as if it was never even there. And instead of the boat, we can see the crystal clear lake with the reflections of the clouds and mountains. I think that worked perfectly. If you like, feel free to use the Generative Remove tool to remove other objects in your image until you get it exactly the way you want it. So from the menu on the left-hand side, the next tool we'll be taking a look at is the Generative Expand tool. If we click this, it'll open up a menu where we can expand our image in any direction. Using the menu at the bottom, we can select our AI model, which Firefly is currently the only one available. And using the next options here, you can select your aspect ratio. You can simply type in your desired height and width using the freeform option, or simply drag the size of your image to your desired length. If you look at the preview, AI will fill in the dark checkered areas, so take your time and adjust your image as needed. And if you like, you can use the options at the bottom to select one of the standard aspect ratios. And they have pretty much every aspect ratio that we would need for online ads or social media. To expand my image, I think I'm going to try the 1:1 square aspect ratio. There we go. So AI should fill in the top and the bottom parts of my image. And now that I've selected how I want to expand my image, let's go down to the bottom toolbar and click the Expand button. AI will then analyze my image and my aspect ratio and start filling in the missing areas. And after a few seconds, my image has been expanded. Let's zoom in to get a closer look. So as you can see, AI expanded my image by adding more rocks and grass to the bottom part and more clouds and sky to the top. And of course, everything looks super realistic like it was part of the original image. So feel free to use the prompt to edit, Generative Fill, Generative Remove, and Expand features to edit your photo however you like. And once you're finished, you can download your image by clicking the download button at the top here. So we've gone over how to use the Generative Fill, Generative Remove, and Generative Expand features. For the next demonstration, I'm actually going to upload a new image, so let's go to the menu on the left-hand side and click the New tab at the top. And this should clear out our previous image. Now I'm simply going to click the Your Device button and upload the image that I want to edit. And here's an image of the Lincoln Memorial statue that I took many years ago. And this was taken with an older camera, so as you can see, it's super low quality and blurry. But luckily, we should be able to improve this using AI. So to do this, let's go to the next tool from the menu on the left, which is the Generative Upscale tool. Here's where we can use AI to easily upscale our image quality. At the bottom, you should now see the Generative Upscale toolbar. If we click the first drop-down menu here, we can select the AI model we want to use. Currently, we have the Firefly model, which allows us to upscale either 2x or 4x. And we can also select the partner model Topaz Bloom, which allows us to adjust the creativity of the AI. Higher creativity will add more detail, while lower creativity will be closer to the original image. And we can also select Topaz Gigapixel, which provides the face recovery option. You can select this when you need to recover details in a blurry or low resolution face. But for my Lincoln statue here, I think I'm going to try out Topaz Bloom. I can then select whether to scale it up 2x or 4x, and adjust the AI's creativity as well. By default, it's set at 50%, but I want my image to be close to the original statue, so I'm going to bring the creativity down to about 30%. And once you're finished selecting your settings, go ahead and click the Upscale button on the right-hand side. And let's see if AI can upscale my image. The upscale process will likely take around 2 to 3 minutes, but once it's finished, your image should be much sharper and more detailed. Wow, I think my Lincoln statue looks much better. Compared to the original low-resolution image, The upscaled version is much clearer and looks 10 times better. Feel free to try different upscale settings until you get your image exactly the way you want it. So for the next and final demonstration, I'm gonna upload a brand new image. There we go. So if we go back to the toolbar on the left here, the last AI tool we have here is the Remove Background feature. With the option here, we should be able to instantly remove the background from images. So for my photo here, for example, the AI should be able to recognize that the lion is the main subject of the image. I can simply click the Remove Background option, and AI should start working its magic. And after a few seconds, my background has been removed. You can see that the lion was cut out perfectly, even around the gaps in the leg and the hairs on the mane. I can now download my lion with the transparent background and use it to create something unique for my next social media post, my website, presentation, or whatever other project I'm working on. So that's a quick overview of how to use the AI-powered image and photo editing tools on Adobe Firefly. If you haven't signed up for Firefly yet, make sure you click the link in the video description. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.